Well, hello and welcome back to the Shallow Proclamation. We're in the finale of the Doctor Who story, The Wheel in Space. Finale of Season 5 of classic Doctor Who. My name's Thomas, and I'm joined by...
Paul.
This is a big moment, isn't it, Paul? And it's moving.
Yeah, we've got an actual existing episode again, which is great.
And it is a spinning wheel in space. Oh, they look quite good, don't they?
It's not bad, you know.
Fire!
Oh, that's all right.
Yeah.
Nice bit of wire work.
Hey.
We're hitting them.
We like a bit of wire work.
Gravity, Sandra Bullock and George Clooney.
Look, I can't think about anything except those meteorites.
She's in the oxygen.
Right, well, I'll talk to her.
No, well, you can't.
This is interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
To see the Doctor quite depressed.
Bring into range.
Gives you a sense that although he's like the hero of the show, like he can't save everyone. You know, there's things outside of his power.
180, 190,
Yeah.
Red on standby.
Oh,
Oh wow, look how big the Cyberman is compared to him.
that's brutal.
Nice little idea using the minds of those they're
Communications
taking control of to project the faces. Is that font from the War Machines popped
Yeah.
up again?
Stenciled. Oh, they were still images, weren't they?
Yes, I think I read somewhere that because she died in the last episode, if they actually used her in the story, you have to pay them.
Oh, thank heavens. Are you and Zoe all right?
Thank heavens, man.
The Cybermen know you're on the way.
It's like a drunk staggering out of a bar, wasn't it? Oh, look at that. That was a stunning shot.
It's so weird, it's like flapping like a chicken.
Oh,
Everything is
I
ready.
mean, this shot of that one in the door's good.
it's all kicking off now, isn't it?
Oh!
No. That was a bit
That is
abrupt,
fun.
wasn't it?
Very abrupt. Topping up the TARDIS
I love that.
with a funnel.
Well, it's impossible.
Oh,
Jamie.
did I call it?
It's not impossible. Well, what are you going to do?
You watch
Going
this.
to show Zoe the sort of thing that she may be in for.
So this is actually a bit of footage from Evil of the Daleks that I'm not sure existed in Evil of the Daleks. So,
That's so intriguing.
well,
Show her that.
well, bizarrely, once this story had finished, they did a repeat of Evil of the Daleks.
Ah.
And so that was like to tee it up for people. So it's a bizarre sort of in-universe reference to the fact they're going to do a repeat story.
Oh, I see. So he's kind of really talking to the audience at that point. This is what you're in for.
Yeah.
That's fascinating. Why did they do a repeat viewing? Just because it was a good story? And...
Yeah, I mean, so it says here, a clip from Evil of the Daleks is used for a sequence in the TARDIS at the end of episode 6 where the Doctor shows Zoe what she may face as she travels with him. This was used as a way to introduce the repeat of the Evil of the Daleks the week following the original broadcast of Wheel in Space. However, the clip used is actually from the end of episode 1 rather than the beginning of the existing episode 2, meaning this story contains a few frames of footage that are currently missing from the first episode of Evil of the Daleks.
Fascinating. So is she the new companion?
Yes, she is.
Oh, yes. Called it. Called it. I quite like her. I think she's quite charismatic. And first non-human companion. Well, apart from Susan.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. What about Vicky? Was she human?
Oh, that's a good question.
She was humanoid, but whether she was actually human, I don't know.
Yeah. Were they humans from the future, or was that a different...
Yeah, I don't know.
On the planet Dido?
Yes, we know all about the planet Dido. I want to thank you. Bless you.
Thank you.
So yeah, I mean we've got so we've set up then for a new companion to bring us into a new series, into season 6. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Wheel in Space. It's an interesting one because I don't think I had seen it before. I've seen the existing episodes, but I guess I'd never watched the whole story. It was a game of two halves, I think, for me. As I made reference to at the end of episode 4, it was a slow burn at the start, but then I don't feel it ever quite took off, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I think I'd agree with you. I think it was I think we appreciated the fact that it was a slow burn and the fact that the Doctor and Jamie only bumped into the Cybermen sort of part 5, wasn't it? So that was to its credit, but then because they then had to do so much kind of cyber wrangling in that final episode, it felt quite rushed, didn't it? And it kind of all happened very quickly, and it was a little bit anticlimactic.
Yeah, you never quite. Yeah, I mean, slow burn is one thing, but you're expecting a slow burn to then eventually ignite into something, but it feels like it just sort of never. It just continued to fizzle along.
Yeah,
and never really ignited into anything.
It was just fuse. It was just burning fuse.
Just a fuse. That's a good description of the story. It's like a fuse going all the way along, and you're thinking any minute now, but never quite gets there. And then, or when it does get there, like this, because the Cybermen, it is nice. I really like the fact that actually they are used sparingly throughout it, but you kind of need the big finish, don't you? Yeah. But the most Cybermen you see is literally a few of them flapping their wings before they try and come through the door, but they don't even get through, and they're just dispelled off really quickly. In fact, inordinately quickly, because they actually go across the screen like that. Yeah. So they know, and then they blow up the cyber ship straight away, and it's all just done, isn't it?
Maybe they ran out of budget at that
point. Yeah, exactly. End of the season. So it's strange. I like it. Had a lot of potential. I just don't think it ever quite got anywhere. But I like the way it did. It initially started slower, and I think if it had then done something more, it could have been a stronger story. And I do like the Cybermen design in this. I think it's an improvement on previous ones.
Probably more comfortable.
Yeah, I think there was another design that had like more of like what they said was like some kind of exoskeleton, but it didn't really work. It was too cumbersome for the actors to work in. So they ended up with a more wetsuit. Apparently it was a wetsuit, I think, sprayed silver.
Nice.
But I do like the little confrontation at the end with the Doctor and the Cybermen. You know, there's that little bit of, a little bit of back and forth. You know our ways, and I suppose you have orders to destroy me. Some nice little bits there.
When I come back, there'll be more of us.
Yeah, that was such a bizarre way of walking out the door. You've been warned.
If he had a mic, he would have dropped it.
Exactly. So not like the big finish to the season, perhaps, but serviceable. Nice design of the Cybermen, and a nice introduction for Zoe.
Yeah. And as we've been saying, do pop your questions in the comments, or if you're on our Discord, you can join our Discord with a link below. We have a thread there for questions for our season 5 review. So we'll probably do a bit of a reflection on each of the stories of season 5 again in that, won't we? And we'll probably do that fairly soon in the next couple of weeks. So stay tuned.
And and stay tuned for season 6. A whole new thing again. So here we go again.
He's a coming. Well, thanks for watching, everyone. Goodbye.
Take care, guys. See you soon.
No, stop him! Stop him!
Oh, that was that. Oh, we said that was quite visceral, even just from the reconstruction. That did look quite visceral. Is that literally it? Or is it the same thing? Oh no, it's episode 5. It's going to be very short, isn't it? Literally just clips. I wonder if this is... it's the fight scene.
Oh, nice.
only ask me, Coco!
Do you reckon, I don't know, do you reckon that's been the violent bits cut from by like Australian censors or something?
Oh, maybe.
Because that's what we had in the, was it the Smugglers? Was it the Smugglers? Is that what it was called?
Yes.
Where we had where we had just reconstruction and then just lots of shots of people being stabbed.
Throwing knives, so we just got the impression that it was just violence.
Yeah. So I wonder if that's what they've done, because actually that guy being electrocuted was quite graphic, and obviously the fight scene has got a bit more going on there as well. So it's good actually, because those were some of the highlights that we quite enjoyed watching it. So
yeah, that was decent. Oh, great. Yeah, should we watch the trailer again quickly?
alright.
They always do this pre-trailer now,
I love the logo.
I think there's something
but
missing.
yeah.
Like I had something lovely. And it's gone. While I in bed thinking,
Very agile, jumping through that gap, the Doctor, wasn't he?
Yeah. Oh, I got a nice pan from left to right on the TARDIS sound there.
I had to wipe her eye to save her life.
I wasn't expecting to have that flashback in the trailer of all places.
Ship crashes right in front of her. It's like she's
No.
drawing us in.
What the hell? We've got a bloody Martian in the shed! Don't look!
So they might have to explain why it's David Tennant, but why he's slightly older as well.
Then it is heading for Donna Noble.
Well, he's not supposed to be 10, is he? So
Exactly.
He's something's
You can-
14.
you can just have him as an older face that looks the same, but older. Don't need to explain it away like you do with other ones.
TARDIS ran away.
Yeah.
Yes.
We go and
Kick its ass!
I wonder how it is that Donna remembers.
Yeah.
Lethbridge Stewart. What do we do this time, Doctor? How do we fight the human race?
That's an interesting line, isn't it? How do we fight,
How do we fight the human race? Yeah.
It's like everyone's going to be turned against him
is
somehow.
recognizing me. Who is he?
The one who waits.
I love that it's kind of colossal scale. World-ending stuff.
Your fight is with me!
I don't know if I can save your life this time.
Worldwide premiere!
It's good stuff, isn't it?
Sure is. Sure is. Yeah, not long. Not long. It'll be here before we know it.
That's the recommended clip. The Celestial Toymaker.
Yeah, man. Hopefully this one will contain less racism.
So my theory, and this is entirely hypothetical, purely hypothetical, Tom. Of course, research purpose.
Brendan Spear, Tom.
It was in the library, in the restricted section. Yeah. So my thinking is that the reason he's regenerated, because it's like destiny is sort of bringing everything back to Donna Noble. I have a theory that the Celestial Toymaker is somehow involved in the regeneration.
Yeah, possibly.
And is sort of invoking the presence of Tenant. Can't believe I haven't made that pun before. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, who knows? We will see. We'll find out, I guess, not too long.
And we still don't have a release date, do
Below
we?
to subscribe to the official.
No, we don't have. No, so I don't know how they'll actually be released.